you can use it personally, you can put it on your iPod if you enjoy that track. You could put it in your YouTube video. You could put it in a home video with your home, again, your home videos or contents in that. The only thing you can't do is claim it's yours and resell it, pretty much.
So, but I could put it in a movie and resell that movie.
Absolutely. And then the movie broadcast. So what they do is they fill out a cue sheet, and ASCAP ends up doing their standard royalty. You can't get around ASCAP if you have ASCAP music. But absolutely, the filmmaker doesn't cost any more than $2. Or $1.
Yeah, I had a chance to go on and actually try the site. It's a great site. Really liked it, really enjoyed it. Very easy to use. Reminds me of one of my favorite sites, iStock Photo. But instead of photos, it's audio. I think it's a great need as a podcaster. Like, where am I going to get my music from? My key issue with the site, the only feedback I had is that it's very creator-oriented right now. And obviously that's where you want to go. But if you want to get more creators, you've got to get some sales. And so the interface for the user, for the buyer, it's not there yet. The experience is really slow, long lag. I bought credits. I actually bought credits.
Yeah, I saw your transaction.
And then I had to wait, and I waited for it to clear. So I had to wait quite a while versus having immediate satisfaction. So, but I think a really good start, but I really wonder about the difference between audio, like pieces and things like that, for movies versus songs. And I see you're going to have to make a choice at some point, that you may have to carve out a different area for songs so we can go directly. So I'm just wondering, do you see that potential?
We're already covering a huge niche in film scores and television scores. I actually been thinking about scrapping the sounds icon right off the homepage right now, because it's just ancillary. It's gravy on the mashed potato. The money's in the music. I mean, how long is music? It's typically over a couple minutes, so the bigger dollar tracks are also there. So yeah, I mean, I address that and say, again, sound effects is just to help building the community, this audio community first.
So very interesting. I just want to pick up on some of what Charlene was talking about. I guess one obvious question I have for you is your thoughts on distribution. So you mentioned MySpace. Clearly you have a site, you focused on the site, but what's your strategy for being in, whether it's Facebook or MySpace or niche networks within Ning, or that seems like a very logical place to be?
We have the widget in the development works to get into these sites. We'll also potential partnership with SodaHead. For our voting, our system is policed by the community. So you vote on tracks, and then your search relevance is based upon the quality of the track. So the higher rated, that comes up first. You can also filter a number of other ways if we want to talk about advanced search and search relevance. That being said, the widget's in the work. The Adobe Desktop Air app, where you can literally browse the archive online. The Pro Tools plugin, where you can take things right out of the AudioMicro archive and slap it right into your Pro Tools, right into your mix, is in the works. A proprietary freeware which embeds, when you have a WAV file, it's called ID3 metadata, right? You can embed in that artist name, tags, all kinds of things, the genre. We're going to give away freeware that allows, just strictly for AudioMicro, called an exclusive freeware, to tag and embed their stuff and then easily drag and drop FTP. We have a multi-file upload page right now. You can go ahead and upload 20 tracks at once, and once we have FTP, you can take 100 tracks in our FTP queue. It'll auto-populate, it'll extract all the ID3 metadata, and stuff goes live. It makes it simple. It's honestly, I can't stress this point more than anything. I'm a professional photographer, and I come from the photography industry. It's so much like photography that it's amazing. The parallels in the music industry and the breakdown of rights managed royalty-free in Microstock, as well as the way the embedded metadata works, as well as data transfer, file size. Licensing is slightly different. Other than the existence of ASCAP BMI, that's it. That's like the only main difference.
Rob, any thoughts from the global bird's eye view?
Yeah, for me, you've got a little bit of a chicken and egg issue here, right? No one's going to know to come to the site to license the content unless there's content there. But the content providers aren't going to want to be uploading content until they know there are buyers. I mean, who is the chicken and who is the egg in this scenario?
I've used that example a number of times, and it's actually a popular analogy in Microstock. That exact example is in a number of articles, and I'll quote CEOs of Microstock on that, which is the content comes first. And the content is our focus. And to speak to Charlene's point, I totally agree. I mean, we'll work out the shopping cart, no problem. Shopping cart works fine, but it's a little, like you said, you weren't happy. Fair enough. But we're focused on artists right now. I couldn't if I have every dollar in my resources, it goes right now to content recruiting, artist recruiting, content deals, and I've got a couple deals potentially in the works with large archives, with some Hollywood folks. We're in Hollywood, we're in Sherman Oaks, and to ingest right into the archive, and literally like composers that have written scores for big films, and bring that brand, market that brand. I mean, there's a lot of things out, they're proprietary, I won't speak any more than that, but content, and everyone in the content world, I hope, can agree with me that good content, and this isn't just, okay, you build a website, people show up, but good content brings customers. So proving the merit of our archive and the quality, and I'm just blown away. People also like to ask the question, what are you going to get if people want to sell for $1? There are some unbelievable artists that want to sell their stuff for $1. There are 100,000 musicians in LA that want to sell their stuff for $1. There are 100,000 out from Nashville that want to do it. It's composers and songwriters that want to break out. This is the place for them to be, to break their careers. And also, just a couple things about licensing. There's also a thing called gratis, where if you want to be on TV, you give your stuff away to the television program, and then you just wait for the ASCAP check to show up. And literally, you don't get a front-end royalty. I actually give you a nice front-end royalty. And Gideon, who's our business development manager, he's in a very popular band, and I won't mention it because people will be flocking to for autographs. But that being said,
Now you gotta mention
no.
You gotta mention
That being said, no, we're not here to promote his band. But that being said, he's up here, okay? And he was on So You Think You Can Dance last week, 6 tracks. His ASCAP check's coming. He's happy about that ASCAP check. But his stuff is up here for $1.
We have just about a minute left. Anybody from the audience want to comment or ask a question or weigh in or find out who Gideon is right here?
What do you do to optimize the revenue stream of the artist besides just the breadth of distribution?
You can do a couple things. If you want exclusive content, this is how you differentiate yourself and Microsoft. You can get exclusive content by paying them an increased royalty. So and I do that. You can check it per track. So if you want 50% royalty, your standard non-exclusive contributor. If you say that AudioMicro is the exclusive licensor, we pay you 60. So we'll up that. We can also up that even more. You can also do what's called an extended license. So if someone wants to buy out the track and say, I'm CNBC, I want that production element where it goes da-na-na, ESPN, whatever it is, that production element. They don't want anybody else to have that. They do a flat-out buyout. It's called an extended license. You upsell that $100, $500. We'll deal with the pricing. There's a million things we need to implement, and that we're working on implementing. That's why I couldn't stress the capital thing enough, because there's all these moving parts that need to get going together, but that's an additional revenue stream for the artists as well. They can promote their own business. They have their own homepages. So Soundroll, right here, he links to his own website, and you can actually not Soundroll does, but Reference does. You can hop, and you can hop right off to References and hire him. If you like his stuff on AudioMicro and you want Reference to do a score for you, call Reference. That's fine. That's what we're here for. We're here to make him famous.
This is the music, man. Thank you so much. Good job.